Good morning, team. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you again. My apologies for showing up late, right? My little guy actually had a tough night last night, but we're here. And still, even though he had a tough night, we're going to try to keep him on schedule so we can come back and streaming at, 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m., 7:30 a.m., whatever it is, right? So good to see everybody in today. What is up, team? Is going to be a bit of a short stream, but so let's go ahead and take care of all the runs right now, right? We're going to be taking a look at ticker symbol LCID first. So that's going to be ticker symbol Lucid for Lucid Group, right? So I'm sorry, Sebastian Lim, moderator. What is up, buddy? Good to see you here. Off Grid Gorilla. We'll go ahead and take a look at that first. Not a problem, my dude. Whoa. Let me drop some of the tunes a little bit, right? Let's go ahead and just make sure that we are sounding clearly. Let me know that you can hear my voice clearly in the chat, guys. Good morning to you, team. And Rosie Gray Glass is saying, as long as we stay above $1, I'm bullish on FNGR. Cryptic Trader, FNGR, see it dropping to 254 minimum. The levels that you're talking about is not bad. Remember that yesterday I spoke about a temporary level around 311 to 297. There's an inflection in zone at 261, right? 277 could be that bottom range too, right? So the 254 zone that you're speaking of, brother, I'm not too sure. Let's see. That's the bottom of the fib. Well, if you're doing maybe like on a candle closure, then I can see 250 being it, right? But let me go ahead and touch down here on LCID because this is incredible. It's actually doing very similarly to what we spoke of yesterday, right? So we spoke about getting that run right to this zone here. We're gonna get the strong pullback to test this range. We'll get the breakout out of the range, and then we'll get the retest into the range, and then continue onwards and upwards, right? So that's kind of what's happening now. And I mean, guys, look at this. When you're starting to see the shorter time frames, momentum reach this bullish control zone here. Of course, we're already in the overbought zone in the hourly, though. This is just the hourly, okay? So 30 minutes should have a little bit of a pullback. There it is. Bi-hourly should have a little bit of still an up run. Okay, so that means that our 4-hour, 6-hour, 8-hour, and 12-hour are incredibly bullish. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's see. So 4-hour bullish, increasing in volatility as well. Take a look at that. Very, very healthy. 6-hour time frame, same situation, right? Actually, this is in the gravitational zone. Very likely to continue onwards and upwards, and increasing volatility as well. 8-hour time frame, upside pivot, increasing volatility, just like we're saying, right? 12-hour as well. We have that SMA 14 starting now in the bullish control zone, so that's good. And it looks like our volatility is about to start making a pitch here towards the upside soon. All right, so daily time frame, of course, showing that upside as well and coming out of a critical zone. This is already a statistical play that we could take metric from, right? So now notice this daily RSI making a very fresh cross upside of the SMA 14, very bullish. And look at this. This is the daily MACD about to make that cross as well. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. Right, here's the MACD. Take a look at that. We're about to get that signal. We're about to get that moving average crossing the signal, right? And this is actually decreasing drastically in bear pressure. So it's looking very good for LCID. I think, actually, as far as the daily time frame, let's see what kind of moving averages we have in here. Because, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. You can't even see anything on the screen, right? Let's see. Let's just go ahead and adjust that. Here we go. There we go. Now we should be able to see it. Gotcha. Yeah, let me know if you can see the screen now, guys. That really sucks. Is it cleared out? Is it in the screen now, my team? Okay, good. Sorry, I noticed a lot of the comments coming in. All right, good. Thank you, team. Hold on, I'm getting a little glitch here. Let me make sure that it doesn't go away. And I think it's straight. All right, good deal. Yeah. So anyway, so on the hourly, you guys know how it goes, man. Off Grid Gorilla, man. My dude, thanks, bro. Man, that really, it makes me feel good, but it also makes me feel like crap, right? Like, man, what's going down with the screen over here, man? We just set up the new screen layout. Of course, I'm coming up with issues. It's just happy Monday to you, right? On a freaking Wednesday. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, not a problem. We'll go ahead and go over FNGR, and yes, we'll go over APE as well. All right. Anyway, so team, yes, we were talking about that the retouch of this bottom range here, right? We wanted that bottom range. We wanted the breakout out of the range, retracement to test the upside range, and then continue onwards and upwards. This is what we spoke about, and this is what we're getting. It's very good. Okay, so if there's going to be okay, let me just give it to you here. Short-term pullback, immediate short-term. Okay, this is going to be within the next maybe hour or less. Okay, so where can that actually land? Well, okay, this is very nice. That makes things a lot easier. SMA 200 and the EMA, I would say the 9-period EMA, 620 to 626. This could be kind of an opportunity here for whoever is kind of straggling and wants to get long the asset. And this is also very consistent with Elliott impulse waves, but I don't practice that, but I remember learning about it, right? So as every single wave, every single thrust here is actually respecting the rules by not penetrating the previous wave high, right? So you get that up thrust here, and then you come back and test it without failure, and then it comes back up to the top. This usually goes on for around 3 or 4. So this is already 1, 2, 3. We still have another one. It could potentially be at the resistance that we spoke of at 682. So that's pretty good, not bad, right? So Baron Sen saying after this, when you can. I was curious. On the new supports for SOUN. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at that too, my brother. So yeah, LCID looking absolutely bullish, you guys. So what I wanted to show you was this. So by hourly time frame, let's go ahead and repeat what we were saying, right? So by hourly time frame, volatility versus momentum. Check it out. We're getting an increase of volatility with an up thrust in this momentum here. This is great. 4-hour time frame. Same situation here in the bullish control zone and in the gravitational zone. Increasing volatility, you guys. This is looking great. Okay, so now 6-hour time frame in the gravitational zone of the bullish control zone as well. Increasing volatility. This is amazing. 8-hour time frame, same situation. Entering the bullish control zone here. Increasing volatility. We have upside from and cross above the SMA 14.2, printing some bars in the MACD. This is looking great. I do see LCID continuing to the upside here into maybe Friday, I'd say. I think this can actually go on for a couple days or a few days. And seeing the fact that the broader markets liked whatever the Fed said or whatever Jerome Powell said today, it actually shows very clearly in the price action, unless we're capitulating already, right? But yeah, I mean, the SPY actually came back. It's resisting from that SMA 10 on the daily, 436.42, right? I assume that this is just a normal pullback here. We're going to have to look into a little deeper, right? And the price action on this actually went to 40.16. Very nice. So it looks like a lot of things are in respects to the broader markets kind of I guess being influenced by it, right? So this is pretty good. All right, so yeah, 6-hour time frame upside. 12-hour time frame upside, and it looks like we're about to get that pitch to the upside and volatility as well, which looks really good. Daily time frame here. This is the important one that I was speaking of. This is where we can actually make a back test here and really put it to work for us, right? Because this signal has officially fired, and this is now having an upside pivot on both the moving average and the volatility component, alongside stochastic momentum with an upside pivot too. This is absolutely a setup right here, and something that we could backtest throughout the entire trading history to find out exactly where it can go. But we can always speculate, right? And this is what I meant about the MACD about to make that cross, right? In fact, it probably already is making it. Let's make this a little larger here. And yeah, that's actually touching it. It's crossing it right now. Let's see if we got a green bar. Then there it is. There's a little tiny green bar. Very nice, very nice. We got a cross upside of the SMA 14 on the daily RSI, looking very good too. This is, guys, yeah, there's something going on with LCID, and I do think that it could actually continue onwards and upwards here. Very critical resistance to follow up here at 682 to 694. Keep an eye on that resistance, because it could be, I'm not talking about a retracement there as in it's done and it's just gonna reverse. I'm talking about a retracement, not a reversal, okay? So let's see, what can it actually do though? If it came up to that zone there, let's pull up the moving averages and see what we have. Okay, current resistance right now is clean on that EMA 21. All right, we have the EMA 55 at the top side of the range that we're speaking of. Very likely we can face that top side before a retracement. Okay, so what is that measuring from our present price, right? So from this 639, 638, wherever we are, to that top side of the range that we spoke of yesterday, you're looking at an additional almost 9%. If we were to touch the EMA 55 directly on the money, that's about 9.98%, marking a 10% gainer from the point of where we are. Okay, but we signaled this yesterday at an earlier price target, right? So this is looking very good. I'm a big fan of it, and I honestly think that we can actually make this happen. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of a implied path here, right? So we can very easily, not very easily, we can very likely come up to this top side of the range that we're speaking of, right? I'm not sure that we can fulfill that today, but there is a potential of getting this. There is a potential here of actually seeing this happen. Maybe by tomorrow's session. Okay, so early session, I think, maybe even in the pre-market, who knows, right? But we can get that touch the resistance there, and then the pullback would be indicative of retesting the current highs or the EMA 21, which could be located right at about 648, the range between 639 and 648, right? We get that validation there, we get the bounce to the upside, penetrate this, and convert this into a resistance, into a support, right? We're very likely going to touch this zone here and resist from it. I do not see it surpassing it in the first try because we have a gap here. Remember, team. All right, this gap here, it serves as a very strong resistance. We're already touching it several times and it's not working out, right? So this time around, it looks like we got enough thrust coming from the bottom side, okay? So we want to go ahead and get that first resistance touch again. That's going to be the second touch of this thing, right? And then we can actually penetrate this, get the pullback from around the area of 748 to 768, okay? 748, why? Because it's the bottom side of this daily candle here, and the 768, why? The 2-spot 618 golden mean, okay? So we can get that nice pullback there and then come back and test the EMA 55 located right around the 1-spot 618 before an upside continuation. Keep your eyes on this play. It looks very nice. I do think you can trade the the trend here. As it is very clear in the charts, okay? So in its I mean, also this could be playing just bigger and bigger and bigger upsides in respects to the broader markets, right? So man, that's actually very curious. Let me get rid of all the drawings and take a look at this. First of all, notice that the SMA 200 is here, okay? Right at the resistance of our broadening descending wedge at 962. Yeah, right around 9, let me see. About 950, which is very, very tight to the 4-spot 618 at 940, which is also very tight to our resistance of the wedge. High confluence there. Okay, let's get rid of the drawings here, and you can see what the price action can do, right? All the way up to that 960. That's a huge, huge liftoff for this. I do think that LCID is in preparation of making a macro breakout, but of course that's going to take some weeks or maybe even a couple months to do so, right? But it is well in that trajectory, and I'm a fan of it. Okay, so as long as we do have trending markets for this, then LCID and anything under the sun, tech in general, right, it's gonna get a pretty nice boost to the upside. Man, ticker symbol APE, we're getting that retracement back, right? Expect the bounce from that 169 EMA 21 right there located. Okay, so keep an eye on that. And yeah, ticker symbol very coming right back down to the zone that we were speaking of, right? It's at 137. I'm expecting a touch of the SMA 50 on the daily at 126. Keep an eye on that as well. Look at this, GTII doing exactly what we talked about, bringing it back to the area of about 70 cents, right? Yesterday we said the probabilities of that are a little higher, and it's still happening, okay? Keep your eyes on the targets, okay, team? Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple other tickers right now. FNGR is getting mentioned so many times. We'll go ahead and pull up we'll go ahead and pull up the what is it called, the SOUN ticker as well. Baron saying, can you mute your background beats, Arca? Sorry. No, not a problem. We're just going to go ahead and drop it like significantly, right? So it doesn't get in the way of the vocals here. Thank you so much for pointing that out. And anyway, so let's go ahead and pull up ticker symbol FNGR. You know what? I'm going to also pull up SOUN so I don't forget, right? So let's do this on a master layout. SOUN is coming up. And Off-Grid Gorilla, if we need to review that ticker together, please go ahead and send me a DM and we'll continue putting together a bigger thread on this, okay? But I now feel that I could actually set up a back test in this and really see the potential for this, because it's got a very, very interesting upside happening right now. GTII, I just touched on it, and I just touched on it right now. Please remember that at least for GTII, right, I am actually looking at a touch of the 70 cent zone. If you want to be exact to the penny, I'm talking about 71.28 is the bounce that we're essentially trying to get, and why? Well, that's the demand zone again. Retail does not feel that it has enough thrust to be able to push this thing to the upside, or there could be some washing, right? We don't know, but we have to just be reactive to the current markets, okay? We can't, with at least with the GTII, it's very difficult to forecast the future, but in this case, we can absolutely see what the potentials are, or higher probabilities, right? So we have to be reactive to those things. Look at the daily RSI here on GTII, okay? We're going to look at FNGR right now, but just go ahead and take a look at this, okay? A little bit of space going down to that SMA 14. I assume that we can actually fail that SMA 14 ever so slightly and then pump to the upside, right? And that is indicative of reaching back down to that zone of about 71.28, like I said. That is also a 3-day Gaussian channel, the 3-day Gaussian channel bottom side test, okay? So if I remember correctly from yesterday's analysis, right? So I think I still have, oh no, I don't. No, it's okay. I think I may have it somewhere here. All right, so yeah, this is the support that I'm looking for, guys, right here. This is the monthly time frame. Oh, by the way, you see this right here, the monthly time frame closing in 2 days and three hours. That is also this is really crazy. That is also the bi-monthly. That is also the 3-month and the semi-annual. Okay, so we are about to get macro closures on so many tickers. And if I have to be very honest here, a 6-month closure here of a huge bearish engulfing on GTII, that's not looking good. Okay, so we need to really tread carefully here. I'm not sure that I'm even going to put that out in the video, because then I'm just going to literally wake up all the hounds and wake up all the freaking I'm going to wake up all the zombies, and they're going to come attack me saying that I'm the short seller. Guys, no. It's the freaking bearish engulfing on the fucking set in the 6th month. Come on. You know? Apologize for the French, guys. That's ridiculous. We got to look at our charts, man. Sometimes the charts can really tell us what can be happening in the future. Calm down, Arca. Namaste, bro. Off-grid gorilla, don't get mad at me, bro. I just got a little upset right there. But we have to look at the charts, right? Damn. We can really get an edge over the markets if we just pay close attention over what the charts are saying. Guys, if we close GTII anywhere, I am talking about anywhere below the opening of this candle here. You can see the O right up here, right? That O is 83.05. If we close anywhere beneath 83.05, that's going to trigger a pretty nice, a pretty nice bunch of freaking shorts, okay? So just keep your eyes on that target, all right? Be very careful over what's happening here. We're talking about macro closures now, okay? When you get into these monthly candles, you're getting into predictive territory. That is, I'm talking about a bi-monthly bearish engulfing, a semi-annual bearish engulfing. No, guys, we don't want to be like victim to those types of things, right? So in these events, if you're extremely over leveraged on a ticker like this, what you want to do is actually, not financial advice. We're talking about our paper trades, right? What you want to do is deleverage a bit, even if it is by about 30%, 35%. Get out that 35% at the level where we're at. Wait for that pullback all the way down to the 45-cent zone, whatever it's trying to indicate. I'm not even sure. We have to see what would happen upon the close, right? Redrop that 35% there, because you're going to be able to get even more with the money that you pull out, right? So, or with the papers that you pull out from the paper trade. Oh my goodness! Right off grid, we really have to take a look at the thing. The thing is that I'm not trying to discredit any type of I'm not trying to discredit any type of notion that there are naked shorts. Of course there are. There's manipulation in the markets. There's washed sales, but we also have to look at the charts, because the charts are also part of that. They wouldn't be here. They would. Come on, Off-Grid Gorilla really gets it, right? You guys understand. Cryptic totally understands. I know this guy's really ruthless when it comes to charting too. So anyway, team, FNGR, what's going down? All right, so we do have a support coming up, and I would really. Okay, hourly candle closures are already happening beneath this zone. Okay, which introduced the potential of testing the 297 and 311, which may very well start happening soon. We're temporarily getting a bounce from the one spot 272 at 321. Okay, so that's good. That's good. It's just the only thing is that these are ladders. When you're looking at maybe in the 30-minute, or where could it be? Man, and if we can't see it in the shorter time frames, that could be just starting. That's what I'm afraid of. Okay, it's this. You see how you have this blow off top here? You have one ladder, and then we're not yet making another one. So that kind of brings a little bit of fear. But also another thing to keep in mind here is that there is a very clean line of regression here. And I mean, you can see it directly from the 4-hour too. I'll show you how. Right. So this, I mean, it's almost dead on the money. It's like really, unless we're converting it right now into a resistance. But yeah, this is the regression that I'm talking about. Right. And it also kind of resembles a channel too, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if it even makes sense to draw the channel like this. Let's see. Right. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at. Ascending channels, of course, they're very bearish. If this is the case, let's just say this. If FNGR is actually building this channel that we're looking at here, let me make it a little bit brighter, and also maybe a slightly different color, right? Just so that we can distinguish what we're talking about here. If we are to bounce from this zone here, here we are. We're at the range now. Okay, so we can reach 311 to 397, somewhere in this target here, and hopefully reclaim the inside of this channel. The reason why I'm saying that we can reclaim the inside of it is because this channel is not quite done. We have actually we only have 1 and 2 tests of the resistance. Usually the capitulation phase happens at around test number 3. I'm talking about usually here, okay? Usually. It does not mean that it would happen every single time, because nothing is guaranteed in the markets, and nothing is I mean, well, you can rest assured that the only thing that is constant in the markets is change. Okay, that's really the only constants that we can truly embrace. It's really change, right? So I'm just giving you a probability here based on the rules of this ascending formation. There is to be expected a third touch of the resistance, which could, in essence, kind of create a liquidity trap here towards the upside. So watch out for that. Okay, we're at one of those inflection zones, 311 to 397. We can possibly get a bounce here. We want to see if we can reclaim the inside of the channel and test the 136 right up here, right at the channel bottom. That just so happens to be the 336. That just so happens to be the 1.618 336 support. Okay, so if we can get that, that would be a very nice support, and the bottom side of the formation that could actually encourage an upside. Okay, so let's see. So that's FNGR right there, you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at. I'm sorry. Let me look at the chat again, because I know that I've been kind of rallying here in vocals. So 220 to 290. So now, yeah, keep a close eye on these targets. Sebastian, if we were to, we can wick down to 292 because the 0.618 is there. We're getting the first little rejection bounce. Yeah, we need to get a larger bounce than that. I mean, it is kind of coming up pretty nice, right? That's already 4 cents up from the support. So yeah, it needs to be a little more substantial than that, but we'll keep an eye on it, team. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and refer back to the chat here and see what's going down. Arca, how are you? Can you go over FNGR and APE? Yep, we're gonna go ahead and do that. So after this, when you can, yeah, we'll look at. Oh yeah, we forgot to load it there, right? So we're gonna make sure that we can have it there as SOUN, right? A few tickers coming in that some of you are requesting. And what do you know? Let's see. There we go. It's yeah, we got that temporary resistance, didn't we? Okay. So this, yeah, guys, SOUN, this is the resistance that we spoke of. We spoke of a higher probability of reaching this top side here before a pullback, and this now is the zone that we're looking for support. We're literally there. Okay, so hold off. 429 to I would say, let's mark this off, 424, okay? And I'm thinking 424, I mean, obviously we have the bottom side of my range here, located at the 4.618 at 418, at 1.618 at 418, okay? Yes, I see that. It's no problem. The thing is that there is a lot of shorter term time frame confluence here between the target of 429 and 424 that we can use for a pretty nice bounce to the upside. Okay, so we already knew that we were going to face this resistance here. This is reaccumulation. If we were all ready to capitulate, this would honestly have really sold off, and this could be just a temporary pullback, natural ebb and flow here before a continuation to the upside. Remember that we are actually exercising here a macro scale breakout out of an ascending triangle, right? So, and being that, as it may, we've already actually experienced 4 of our targets realized, right, per our play. So the reaccumulation phase that we're facing now, I believe, does have some importance, because then if we do gather enough bulls here, then we can make a serious thrust and attempt to that 494. I'm still within that target, guys. I'm still favoring it. There's no reason why I shouldn't be favoring it thus far, unless any surprise metric comes up. But I mean, I'm still the only thing I don't like is this, okay, just to be completely honest with you. The only thing I don't like is that we're printing these huge wicks to the upside. That usually indicates exhaustion from the bull side in particular, okay? But, I mean, we have momentum support with an upside pivot. It looks like we're starting to increase volatility on the daily. We have the support touch from the SMA 14 on the RSI with an upside pivot into the gravitational zone, or the bullish control zone. We have an upside on the MACD, and already this is very nice. We're printing some dark green bars on the histogram. That's indicative of a continuation, okay? So now look at this. The DMI support is here as well. We have a massive 36% ADX. This is all kind of signaling continuation to the upside. I like it. All right, so keep your eyes on this target here, as it may actually attempt to reach it, 424 to 429. All right, and that could be a pretty nice bounce zone for the upside. Okay, team, so that's it for SOUN. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple other tickers. Guys, let's see. Jennifer, what's up? Good to see you here. And hey, Arca, TTOO, please. What's up, my brother? Good to see you here. Not a problem. We'll go ahead and take a look at that. Hold on, guys. I know that, let's see. NWBO as well, right? So hold on just a moment, team. Let's go ahead and load up a couple iterations of some things, instances of some tickers, right? So let me. I remember TTOO, but I also remember my brother up there. He asked me for. Okay, there's ALTO as well, and I think I could do it. Let's see, where can I do? You know what? Let me just load up another one. There's a few tickers here that we're just gonna have to keep an eye on, right? So. Let's do another instance of master layout. All of these are just going to be master layouts. All of my tools are usually present there, and they really do help to be, preloaded before we continue, right? So did you say NWBO? I think it is. So lots of O's. All right, so NWBO here. Okay, we'll have that there, right? Here's TTOO. We already did SOUN, so that's good. And yeah, let's go ahead and load up ALTO here. So. ALTO, and let's see. Yeah, good deal. Ooh, very nice upside on ALTO. This thing is actually looking very, very bullish, and this is immediately a breakout play. It's really attempting, heavy resistance here at that daily gap, right? Anyway, let me go ahead and let me look at the chat here. Let me just make sure that we are keeping up with the Kardashians here, right? So, oh my goodness, I hate that show. Let's see. SOUN, we talked about it. That's good. All right. So J Abrams, GTII, please. So yeah, remember, guys, GTII. I am not backing away from what I said. Okay, there is a high probability here of reaching that 70-cent zone, 71.28 to be very tight with the targets, right? So now Off-Grid Gorilla is saying, yeah, I got you there. ALTO put it up already. Good. Rosy Gray Glasses. Let's see. Could be a nice bear trap on FNGR. That's what. Yeah. That honestly, man. That's really what I'm feeling. Look at this. We're getting that rejection pretty nicely from our zone. I really do think it's a. We don't have the rules met. I mean, on the ascending channel, right? They're not quite there yet. So this may actually present, this could be liquidity trap, right? So, yeah, if you're not looking at the formation, then how are you really playing it, right? So there is that potential. It is strong, right? So anyway, so let's go ahead and see SONN, right, guys? Oh, man, SONN, Jesus. All right, team, remember that we spoke about this, okay? I put it up on Twitter. I said it here in the live, right? There is a very dangerous area that we were in. And that one may be actually playing a very nice bear trap as well. But I did warn about it, okay? So SONN. somebody was asking me 2 days ago. They said, so what do you think, Arca? I said, well, what I think is if you're in the green, I would get out, right? I would get out now. And that is indicative of this. Oh, my goodness. Guys, come on. Look at this. Just look at how, oh, my goodness. I think it was the 4-hour time frame or the hourly time frame. I think the 4-hour time frame is good enough. We were able to see this buy formation break down, right? So we had an ascending formation with an ascending formation, right? The head and shoulders, right? We spoke about that herpy derpy. We took the target, right? The price objective from the top side of the head all the way down to the trend line, the bottom side of the neckline, right? We applied it to the implied breakout, and take a look at the price action. Team, this is the bear trap I spoke about. And it's happening, okay? So the resistance that we're facing now that's the validator here, okay? If we don't succeed upside 5507 to 5748 range, this can continue to the downside. Okay, so but this is that trap that I was talking about, and that's an exponential bounce from that bottom side. All right, team, we're looking at oh my goodness. At one point it recovered 18%. And you're currently sitting at 16.60% upside of the target that I spoke of, right down here, right? So this is I mean, these kinds of plays, guys, it's like dead obvious, right? So we have to look at the charts. We have to pay attention to what's currently happening, right? Be as witty as you can, as imaginative as you can in looking at the formation theory and looking at your previous areas of support, all that good stuff, all right? So, but nonetheless, it's still. Okay, if we don't succeed this target that we spoke of, the range, right? This one here at 5507 to 5748. If we don't succeed that, then yeah, the implications of there may be a new narrative here, and it could be down to fulfill, you know, the actual true objective of a broadening an ascending broadening wedge, and that would be back down to the target of about 42.34, which is also, come on, man, which is also an inflection zone. Okay, so that is what I mean. Inflection is that it's a key support. Okay, so failing to support can introduce just kind of a nice downside here. I would say somewhere around 36.91. All right, so if you're in the green here, I mean, the thing is that you were like, if for a short-term trader, this would be the longing opportunity, right? Panic sell, huge bounce to the upside, then you actually start taking cover here, right? But the thing is that this is a day trader's dream, and this is why I was telling you that it could be a bear trap here. It's because you can clearly see that it's not going to be a straight shot all the way down to the take profit zone that the bears are expecting. There's a huge point of support at this point, and there's also a lot of formation theory. There's a price action from days before, all kinds of stuff preventing the price action to actually reach down to this target here. So that's where we gather all that little idea, the whole thesis there, right? And then we actually execute based on that. So while you're seeing this resistance here, and the fact that we can't break upside of it is because of the take profits from short-term or momentum traders, both of the swing and day trading variety, right? So keep an eye on SONN. We really need to close upside of the 5507 with a daily closure, okay? Meaning that today, this daily candle, yes, it's below this support, but it's also touching all of this upside. This is what I mean. Look at this. Daily candle, here it is, okay? So, oh my good, it happened during the pre-market. Okay. 12-hour closure should be okay too. With this daily candle closing below that support like this, that's really not good. Damn it. I was really hoping that we had at least some price action here. That complicates things a little more. Team, all right, so yeah, we want to at least touch the wick inside of this. If we at least get a wick inside to this area here, that would be hopium, okay? At this point, all right, so meaning that if we do get the wick inside of there, that would technically make it, yes, a daily closure, but not a clean break, right? So we're resisting from that inflection zone right now, okay? So let's dive a little deeper real quick. Let's see the 30-minute immediate short-term momentum versus volatility, okay? There's a little bit of an upside, but some weakness to it. This is turning into a dead cat bounce in. Guys, I didn't say that. I didn't say this, but this is entry. This is entry right now, for not for long, for short. Okay, so let's see. The 15-minute probably has that upside still. No, okay. Support to the downside. Hourly time frame has a critical volatility with an upside. Curious. Let's see. Buy hourly time frame, increasing volatility with downside. Okay, so it's hitting that gas pedal for a downside. And it's also hitting the gas pedal for a downside in the 4-hour and the 6-hour. Okay. Yeah, so this is essentially entry short. Okay, so if you know how to change your narrative here, then you could ride a very nice downside here. Okay, so that would mean this is an inverse narrative now. Okay, so meaning that if we don't get that closure upside here, which is rejecting heavily, right? The shorts see it. Okay, so the shorts got squeezed out for a little bit here, but they're re-entering right now. Okay, because this is clean, the next area to do so. Shorter time frame dead cat bounce as well. Okay, so if that does happen, then you're opening short 55.09, taking cover here at least for a partial at 47.05. Then we would come back and validate the present lows, which could be 51.25, and essentially touch back down to this bottom side target before it bounced to the upside, marking. Let's see, if you did gain entry from 55, that would mark 23% move on the day. Not a bad scalp, right? But I'm just going to be as transparent as I can be for you, right? We have to learn how to play offense and defense in our games, okay? We have to know both sides in order for us to have an edge, right? You can't go out into the NFL field or into a football game or a basketball game or something and just know how to play defense. What the heck is going on with your offense? You're going to lose. Okay, you don't know the tactics and the strategies behind the opposing team or the team versus, right? It's a very strong notion to look at it in that manner, right? So it'll increase your edge. All right, team. I don't mean to say it like that. I would really just express. Guys, I can't be direct here, okay? Like I'm like stuttering because I can't be direct. If I'm direct, then that would land as a financial advice. I can get flagged. Like there's a lot of things that I wish I could just say out loud, but I'm I'm extremely limited here, and also I should probably get I should probably look into getting a financial advisor's license or something, right? So then I could just say, hey, we're going in here. It's going to there. Let's go clean. Play a freaking 2-minute video on whatever ticker the night before. Let's go the next day, right? I wouldn't have to spend so much time justifying why it's going to be that, right? We want to make sure that the SEC looks at Arca and says, "Oh man, this guy's practicing mathematical models. We don't got nothing on him. We're good." So if I had the license, I wouldn't even have to do that. I would just tell you it's going up, it's going down. 2-second video. Let's go. All right. Oh my goodness. Anyway, team. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at for SONN. So keep your eyes peeled on that. There's absolutely a risk at hand right now. The price is moving onwards and upwards right now to that target. Okay. I'm really, if you don't open short 55.07, there could be an open short here at 57.48 and a decline. Okay. So, but I did warn about it days ago, team. Okay. So let's at least I did that. Oh, my goodness. So, am I going to pronounce his name wrong again? I'm such a freaking self-centered idiot for saying this, but did I you keep on correcting me on how to say your name. Is that Matcha? Is that how it is? It's good to see you, and I'm really appreciative of you stepping into the chat one more time, right? So I'm happy that you're kicking. I'm happy that you're in the markets. I'm happy that you're still practicing your deal, right? So Michael called it. He said they were low on cash and was worried. SONN offering a 4. Yeah, man. Yeah. So that's funny how we're able to see it through the charts too, man. Days ago we were saying right here that guys, this is not good. All right, this is this is literally bearish formation on bearish formation. This man, it couldn't be more of a slam dunk play, right? So that's what I mean by not being so direct. Like I could only warn you. I can only warn you and tell you that there's a bearish formation and there's another bearish formation. Okay, you guys, the danger is this. I can't actually say, guys, get the hell out of this. Like this is it's time to get out. Right, I was very clear about it to some people. Oh man, here's another thing to look at: 6 hour bearish engulfing right here. And this is going to be the candle to reflect it, right? So meaning that you get the bearish engulfing print from both of these prints here, and then the next one is the one to react based on that closure. That's another sign of a continuation to the downside. Here I go again, just giving you the warning of another bearish formation. I'm talking about bearish on bearish on bearish formations. Right, ascending formation here, head and shoulders here, bearish engulfing here. Like, dude, you know, I can only hope that people just really, listen sometimes, right? So, I apologize for not being as direct as I can be, but I really can't. Anyway, TTO. Let's go ahead and take. I'm sorry. It was first. I think it was ALTO, right? Based on the chat. Right, so let's go line of all trades. What's up, man? What's up? Let's see. That's very, very... What the heck? Oh, this was immediate. And this is a new wave. Because this is increasing volatility to a downside here, but I expect the daily momentum to start pivoting towards the upside. So if I'm looking at this little kink here on ALTO, that means that we may be correcting on the 4 hour already. Maybe we probably have that upside that we look for. Let's see. There it is. We got the 4 hour upside. Huge. I mean, this is pedal to the metal right here, man, on the 4 hour bulls. Right. So, yes, of course, there is a huge inflection zone here at about 282. It looks like we already kind of topped out at it. But that's not to say that there is an increase of volatility here specifically towards the upside. 6 hour time frame. Let's see. Upside pivot with increasing volatility too. Man, that's awesome. 8 hour time frame increasing volatility. 12 hour time frame should have a little tiny bit here increasing volatility too. And the daily time frame is really the one that's gonna kind of take a little longer to influence. But when this does pivot towards the upside, coming out of critical contraction, ALTO, it could be one of those statistical plays to look at. Right, so as this is also playing a very interesting game here. This formation setup is kind of a. Let me see. Could it be? Man, I don't know. This is this feels like it's a macro scale breakout. So, if we were looking at formation like this here. Right, so, and then this is your, obviously this is your broadening descending wedge. You have your retest, validation of support, and thrust, like normal, right? That it's playing the normal game, right? So, resistance level here. Okay, at some point, and it could be actually located at about, team. I know. Sometimes I have a really critical edge, and I can show you things that may happen, and sometimes they do, right? But I can't express to you enough how much I'm afraid of that too, because when I'm doing it in a discretionary manner, just using raw price action and just using trend, sometimes that actually scares me, right? Because I didn't backtest the downside here, and I've learned to be highly dependent on I do believe that there is at some point within my psyche, I do believe that there is also a black and white set of rules here in the markets, which means that if I apply statistics to it, then there is a higher probability of whatever move or implied direction that we're waiting for, higher probability moves. So that's why I mean that there is. The gray area is my discretion. The black and white area is my statistics, and that is really where the true edge comes from. It just so happens that I have a strong discretion because that's all I practiced for so long until I discovered math, right? So there could be a strong pullback here coming into the 313, okay? 313 is a range. 302 to 313, right? We're going to draw it in and just kind of keep it in there, okay? So I'm not trying to wash my hands off of being wrong. I'm just really trying to tell you here that I haven't backtested the downside on this, and while oftentimes our call outs happen, right? I just want you to know that there's no perfection to that, okay? And I don't pride myself in that either. In fact, I actually don't pride myself into making or siphoning money from the markets at all, right? Because it actually doesn't contribute to society. It's kind of a crappy way to really, make, it's just, you're really banking off of someone else's losses, and it kind of like hits home in my morality, right? But I mean, you're in there, you're playing the game. It's like, you can see how like torn apart I am by that, right? So anyway, but yeah, we still have an upside to go here to 301 to 312, okay? And that could be a very strong resistance. The reason why I'm saying that is because while we have, yes, a test already of the newly converted resistance into support, there could be a retest of it, okay? And it very well could be happening after a 301 to 312 touch here. And that would be with an hourly closure beneath 260. Okay, so if we get a closure of, if we get a closure of an hourly candle beneath that 260 zone, that would introduce the potential of testing back down to 231, and then a pretty nice upside can happen from there too. Okay, so but this is in the process of making a pretty large scale breakout, and let's see our test. We have 1, 2. No, don't tell me that. Hold on just a sec. I really have to try to invalidate this, guys, because that's not good. This could be setting up a huge bull trap. Hold on. Man, I hate it when they make it like this, man. I hate it when the play just looks slightly. Okay, that's so lucky. That is so lucky. Hold on. Let me see this here. I'll apply this here. I'm going to try to get as tight as I can, all right, team? Because I'm starting to notice some signals here that could be very, very dangerous for the bulls. Okay, so, all right, now I can see 1, 2, yeah, okay. Now we have the perfect amount of tests. And what I mean by that is I have to adjust this line too. I have to adjust the support line too. It's wrong, right? But that's not as important as it is the top one at this moment. Okay, so we have test number 1 here. We have test number 2, reclaim the inside, and 3. You guys know already, third test leads to the capitulation phase and reaccumulation. Okay, so the third test happened, right? We're getting a fourth breakout, and this is a true test. Okay, so that's good. I thought, man, that's why I said this is so lucky that this connects very well to everything. The reason why is because if we kept the line here at the original place, this is test number 3. So it would have been, right? But in this case, we are facing a true breakout here, and that's yeah. And you know, guys, I'm freaking ruthless with that. I don't care. I do not care. I will say it just how it is. It's just it really is one of those things, right? So this has 2 sets of bulls too, by the way. This is a descending channel that the team was playing, right? Based on this contact point here, these, and specifically these. Okay, so this was a descending channel also with the same rule set, right, for a breakout. And if we have 2 sets of bulls here, that means that we have 2 sets of price objectives, okay? Here's the number 1 objective. You take the trend line from the top side of the channel to the bottom side, apply it to the breakout, and where does that take you? Well, what do you freaking know? Right? So this is what I mean by getting creative, okay? So that's one inflection zone. So that actually introduces a new possibility, okay? Because there could actually be a touch to 331 as well, which makes it a better thing because then we could actually validate the 289 instead of validating here 260. Okay, so that's nice. All right, so let me see. That's playing out good. The second set of bulls, of course, is the wedge, right? The broadening wedge. So this is what we're looking at here, and then the breakout for this. Remember, the traditional trading rules say that your genesis is to take profit. So 530 could be this in the span of about, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So it's looking pretty good. All right, $3 touch by the end of the day for ALTO. Let's see, what time is it? Let me look at the time. So it's 10:38 a.m. To be very honest, I let me look at momentum, man. My based on raw price action, I can just tell you no, because this is very likely at high of day now. Okay, but that's not to say that we don't have anything kind of increasing here in the shorter term timeframes. If we are to see the high of day, then we should be seeing a retracement on a lot of timeframes here. So starting off from the 30-minute downside. Okay, so we have hourly time frame. We have we're almost oversold, still suggesting an upside. That means that it could actually tweezer top at 280 again. Let's see. Buy hourly time frame upside. Oh, it's going to be a close one, man. It's going to be a very close one. Let's see. The higher probability would actually be about the space of about 281 to 285. Okay, why that target? Why did Arca just say those random numbers to my ears? Well, this is right here, 281, the bottom side of the wick, and also the top side of the gap, and then the next inflection zone right here, 285. These wicks over here. Okay, so that's a higher probability. There's so much resistance here that I don't see us touching the $3 zone just yet. I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong. I mean, the RSI is sitting at the gravitational zone here, and this is likely to pull it up and continue on to the upside. It's 1038. If we do get that shift in the algorithms here, that's why I'm kind of worried about it. Okay, but if we do get the shift in the algorithms, and this is still forcing things to the upside, then yeah, then I can see a potential of $3. But my natural discretion is saying I don't want to believe that. It's just like I want to just be reactive to whatever the markets say, and I think that there could be a pullback soon, particularly from the zones that I gave you, around 285. Okay, so it's currently sitting at 277. So 277 to 285 is quite the jump still, right? So you're looking at right here, let's see, that's about another 3% move to the upside. So keep your eyes on that first, right? Keep your eyes on that target. Also, damn it, it's freaking hot in here. And that just, apologies for showing up late, team. My son actually had a little bit of a tougher night today than normal, but it's all good, right? We're here to, that's why we're parents. The labor of love, right? So let me just get a little cooler up in here because I'm dying. All right, and only because he had a tough night does not mean I'm going to pull him away from his schedule. He'll just have a little bit longer of a nap. All right, team? Anyway, so, so let me look at NWBO because I'm approaching near that time where I have to get this kid awake. Let's see here. So this is also breaking out just like that other ticker. It's the same play. What the heck? Let's see. Oh my goodness. It's very, oh yeah, no. That is definitely it. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you can't force the formation. Oh yeah, definitely. that is dead obvious. Okay. So test number 1, test number 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5. There is a true breakout here, and we are supporting the bottom side here at 56.94, which is the trend line, the descending trend line, the regression line. Okay, so there is indications here that there could be a retouch here, but I don't think we can reach all the way back down. 57.67 could be that drop. Let's see the moving averages to see what we have. Yeah. So we're at a support right now. Okay, so this could be the support touches right within this area here, 57.67 to around 58.55. This could be setting up a bounce. Let me look at the 30-minute immediate short term. Yeah, not a problem, my brother. We have that one next, right? So let's see here. Okay, we're increasing momentum here from critical volatility. So it really slowed down, right? So it actually really slowed down to a creep. So a real creep right here, right? So a tiny. It's just creeping, right? So let me see the hourly time frame. Okay, it's showing a downside. This is what I'm speaking of regarding the very short-term downside. So maybe around that, the levels that we spoke of, right? 58.03 down to maybe 57 or something. And this is another indication that it could happen. Short-term downside on the hourly RSI to face that support from the SMA 14. Okay, so that's very, very much indicative of it. Let's see, bi-hourly time frame is now corrective. So yeah. So I would suggest a very short-term downside reaccumulation event. The higher probability is 58.03. And then it's actually set to continue to the upside. You know, based on momentum, and volatility, everything's kind of hitting the gas here for the upside. And even here on the 4-hour, even in the 4-hour RSI, this is in the gravitational zone of the bear strength percentile. So this, and pivoted towards the upside. Notice the amount of bear pressure that is being lost here, and it's about to create a bullish cross on the 4-hour. All of this is going to start cascading into the upper time frames. Stochastic momentum versus money flow. There's inbound cash. Okay, so that's good. So we're looking delta positive here, man. This thing is actually I am bullish the asset, and if it does increase in volatility, that means that there could be some pretty substantial upside to this. The first upside I'm looking at least for a short-term resistance, is at around 62.30. Okay, so keep your eyes on that. You know what? Probably a 61.98 to 62.30, right? So, COS Sam makes my face hurt, says Rocket Lock. What's up, my bro? Good to see you here, man. So, Berenson, I hope that helped you out, man. So, let's see. And Steve, if I don't have the time, I'll try my best to look at it. Okay, Steve. I just have to get my boy up. I can't let him fall off the schedule. He had a tough night. You know, pushed me until like 4 a.m. So I'm going on like 3 hours of sleep right now. But he fell asleep at 4 a.m. After having his nose, he just had some allergies or something, whatever was going on there. But yeah, NWBO is setting to do that, you guys. TTOO, let's see what it's got. So yesterday we were, right. I don't even remember what we said yesterday, but I do remember this potentially. Did I actually mention this yesterday, that it could also turn into a bear flag, or that it could turn into a continuation formation, specifically to the downside? I know we had our upside targets set here, but the problem here is that it's not really facing the rules that it should be, right? So this is a speculation hour now, right? So we have actually maybe not. Let's see. Let me get really close to this, and let's see here. Actually, it's this. Nice. Okay, so there could be a liquidity trap here, specifically down to this zone. Let me light it up again. 653 to 6. We don't speak of that number ever. All right, so yeah, there could be a liquidity trap there. So it's funny, is because like if you go down to this really, really chaotic number here as a bear, don't go there. It's going to present some serious losses there, right? So it could actually bounce to the upside from those targets. Starting to make its way up. Fourth touch of the channel. Man, John, I don't know. Actually, I haven't seen TRKA in forever. But anyway, let me continue on here with TTOO. And the reason why I'm saying that there could be a liquidity trap here is because we're only on test number 1 of this ascending channel. And this fake out here, this could be a fake out for the bears, and then it would essentially come back and try to test, number 2. So there could be still, more price action within this triangle. I'm not sure, but I'm just giving you that to you based on the chart itself, right? So There is that potential. Okay, so now let me go ahead and open up the 30-minute immediate short term and see what it's got for us, right? So 30-minute immediate short term is favoring an upside here. Okay, let's go to the hourly. It's still with a downside. All right, so yeah. This thing still has a downside to go. Bi-hourly too, right? Look at this. Downside. And increasing volatility to the downside. Okay. Yeah, I would have to favor this down here, guys. This is your range. This is your range to potentially, but I wouldn't long this type of ticker, okay? Because remember, traps are always difficult to play out. Okay, but upon a break to the upside from this target here, you would start to look at the targets that we have upside of us. Let's just say you gained entry at 653. The first relevant resistance range would be 7% up, right? The next one would be actually right at this level here where all these candles are facing support and all kinds of resistance, right? So that would be 9.73% gain to the upside, potential 10% gainer from that 653, right? So it's just to play the scalping game at this point. I would not actually hold this to try to reclaim anything. I would just try to play this in the short term, in and out. Right, as it can really help your portfolio that way. Okay, team. So yeah. Anyway, team, I apologize, but I actually cannot continue right now. We're gonna try to get my son back into schedule so that we can stream again. You know, or come back to our normal thing, right? At least to do it at 7 a.m. or 7:30. It's already 10:50 a.m. I really got to wake him up. But team, I appreciate everybody for coming by. We're going to keep an eye on these things, okay? So please let me know on some DMs or the comments down below or wherever, right? Whatever you want me to cover, right? Rosie Gary Glasses, I apologize. I can't actually look at that right now, but I definitely will try my best, okay? So John Martin, I apologize for not looking at your ticker either. Snowdrifter, good to see you here. And Sebastian Lim, good to see you, my brother. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by once again. I apologize for it being a short stream, right? But we will come right back to it tomorrow. Tomorrow being Thursday the 29th, okay? Team, please remember that we still have, I believe, the PCE data coming out on Friday, and we also have jobless claims coming out on Friday too. Today was Fed, Jerome Powell, right? So he spoke. He actually rallied the markets just a little bit. So this is good. All right. So we want to see what jobless claims has to say, and also what the producer indices have to say as well. Okay. I'm not sure that the PCE is a market mover. What I can tell you is that the jobless claims probably will be, right? Because we want to continue seeing less jobs. And if that's the case, then that's what the markets want, then likely we will rally, and then everything else under the sun will follow. Okay, so I would consider staying cash and not trading your live cash within the next couple days at least. But or maybe tomorrow may not be so dangerous, but Friday for sure dangerous, okay? All right, team. But with that said, I wish everybody very well and a very good rest of your day. I'll try to put up a couple videos later on tonight, maybe some plays in the members server in Discord, right? And then I will catch you later, right? But thank you, team. Take care. Adios, guys. Bye.